Hey everybody! So as you may be able to tell from my room, there we go. I tend to be a fan of certain TV shows and certain movies, and today I wanted to share with you a list that I have compiled over the past 10 minutes. I wrote them down on a piece of paper because I will forget something important if I don't. So, let's go with comedy first. Under the comedy genre, I have Parks and Rec and 30 Rock. 30 Rock is better than Parks and Rec, I think. I like Teen Faye a lot, and I love the pace of that show, and I love the subgenre of being a show within a show. I just think that's so cool. So under the realist or real sort of shows, I don't know, made sense at the time, I have Malcolm in the Middle. That probably belonged with comedy now that I think of it. Gilmore Girls, Psych, House of Cards, and Sherlock, the BBC Sherlock, not Elementary. Obviously not Elementary because I said Sherlock, not Elementary. Anyway, I love all of them. Gilmore Girls has been one of my favorite TV shows for I don't know, years pretty much. You know how good House of Cards is. You've heard of it. It's amazing. It's ridiculous, but it's amazing. Season 1 was better than season 2. Sherlock is I mean, come on, it's Benedict Cumberbatch. You don't need any other reason to see it. Psych is pretty good. It's something that's entertaining to watch, but it's probably not the best thing I've ever seen, but it is pretty good. Malcolm in the Middle is an old one, but it's hilarious, and it has actually held up surprisingly well. And pretty much every single episode, I'm crying with laughter. Hold on, I have to yawn. That was one of those yawns where my body was like, hey, you're not getting enough oxygen, you should breathe. So I'm gonna make you yawn. I don't really know why, but sometimes when I film, I'm really short of breath. Does that happen to anybody else? I've seen a couple other YouTubers say that before, so maybe there's some sort of camera thing. Okay, so I'm saving my favorite two categories for last because they're so good. I'm gonna go with the fantasy/sci-fi genre. Under sci-fi, we've got Battlestar Galactica because it's so good. And Firefly, of course, duh. I had a Firefly poster somewhere. I don't know where it went. It's probably out in the black somewhere, you know. Subtle reference? Was that subtle? I don't think that was subtle. Then I've got Dollhouse because Joss Whedon, more. And then under the fantasy category, we've got Buffy, Vampire Slayer, because duh, it's a classic. It's a little campy at the beginning, and some of the episodes are better than others, but overall, if you haven't seen Buffy, and you're a nerdy, geeky kind of a person, you really, really should watch Buffy, because wow, you're missing out on a lot of stuff. You're missing out on Spike and Giles. You're missing out on Giles too. Of course, Doctor Who, I mean, you know, obviously. I have opinions and thoughts on the way that the show is currently going. If you would like to hear those, please ask, and I'll give you my opinion instead of taking up the rest of this video ranting about how much I have an opinion on the new Doctor Who. Can you sense maybe which way my opinion is going? I hate Clara. I hate her. Okay. And of course, the last one in the fantasy/sci-fi category is Game of Thrones. I read the books in high school, so that was a while ago. Yeah. So basically that's just me saying I'm a Game of Thrones hipster, and so I'm better than all of you. It's obviously what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Please don't take me seriously. It's not what I'm saying. Basically, I've liked it for a very long time. And I was very excited to hear that it was being made into a show, and even more excited when I realized the show was actually very good. So that's cool. And my last category is animated shows/anime. So recently, my fiance person, that just sounds so pretentious, and I have been watching some anime. We started out with Attack on Titan, which was so incredibly different in the best way possible. I thought it was like incredibly well done. Just when you think you're figuring out the show, they just like wallop you right in the face with something like really intense. And that show is not afraid to go anywhere. It was, wow, it was so good. So after we watched Attack on Titan, I had seen some of I had seen some of Fullmetal Alchemist, the like original one, and I remember liking it. And then I had seen like the first couple of episodes of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, which, by the way, I didn't know this till I looked it up. I'm sure you guys already know this, but Brotherhood is supposed to be the most accurate to the manga, because Fullmetal Alchemist was made before the manga was finished. So Brotherhood basically like redid the whole show to be more true to the source. So anyway, as it turns out, it's one of the best shows I've ever seen ever. And we're not done with it yet. We're on season 3. It's incredible. It's incredible. And it's got so much depth and so much like incredible characters and so many characters and really well-written women. Ah, it's so good. The last 2 shows I wanted to share with you are in order of how much I love them from first to second is Avatar, The Last Airbender, and Legend of Korra. Avatar is better, it's just how I feel. Legend of Korra is still really good, but it's like so different, and I loved Avatar. Came out exactly 10 years ago. 10 years! Oh my god, I'm old. So depressing. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up by saying I have the hiccups, apparently. If you guys want to watch anything in particular, like if you want to watch a particular book review or me telling you about, I don't know, top favorite books ever of any genre, or like specific things, or even like the TMI tag or the whatever tag, I don't know. If you guys want to see something in particular, let me know and I will work on that. No guarantees, especially if it's like something weird. So, you know, like skydiving or something. I'm probably not gonna work that one in the rotation anytime soon. So anyway, bye!